I want to talk about the next phase of church life over the summer. We've reached step 4 in the government's roadmap, and the Church of England has updated its guidance for worship. It's a challenging time with many factors to consider. We have to be mindful of the COVID situation in Manchester and in our local area in particular. We have to be mindful of the various needs and hopes of our congregation. Many will feel the lifting of restrictions is very good news. Others will feel much more anxious about what it means. In recent weeks, we've been asking you as a congregation how you've been feeling. We've taken that on board, and our emergence from lockdown group, our COVID planning group, our staff and wardens have been assessing what we do next. In the Bible, there's a point where the Apostle Paul is aware someone might say, "I have the right to do anything." And he replies, "Yes, but not everything is beneficial. Not everything is constructive." Paul adds, "No one should seek their own good, but the good of others." We may have many new freedoms, which is great. And as Christians, we can also say, with great freedom comes great responsibility. I'm going to outline what Sunday services will be like over the summer. The headline is this: we're going to move in stages and we're going to move together. I'm going to divide it into 2 main areas. First, arriving, getting seated, and leaving. When you arrive for church, you'll no longer need to sign in for test and trace. There'll still be a QR code if you want to use it. We'll still have hand sanitizer on your way in. We'll keep the building as well ventilated as possible. When it comes to finding a seat, we'll ask that you leave 2 seats between groups of people who've decided to sit together. Please be sensitive to the needs of others in this. Do ask before sitting down. Some may be wary and would like space. Some may appreciate company. We'll still have our one-way system. It's been a great help in managing lots of people. And then when it comes to leaving, we're going to keep encouraging you to head outside into the park as much as possible. We're not going to be starting refreshments after services just yet. But heading outside to chat has been one of the great discoveries of the last year or so. Then second, face coverings and singing. The government expects and recommends that face coverings are used in enclosed settings. And the Church of England advise the use of face coverings when singing. Therefore, we're strongly encouraging that we keep face coverings during our worship services for those who aren't exempt. In what I hope is a balanced but encouraging step forward, we'll be able to stand and sing together with face coverings. And our hope is that being able to sit with others and then standing and praising God, church will feel more like something we are doing as church family together. And it does mean that you too can be a masked singer. Some of you will be wondering, what are the other things? Will they be staying as they have been? So just to clarify some things that will continue, we're keeping 3 broadly identical services over the summer at the same service times of 9:15, 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. We're going to be talking to those who've graciously been coming in the evening about whether they would like to come in the morning, and where that is the case, asking them to spread across both morning services to keep them balanced. We're keeping 1 live stream service, which is at 11 a.m. And we're going to keep asking you to book in advance for now. I know it's easy to forget, but it really does help us manage the flow of numbers wisely. And we'd also ask that you keep on coming early to services. It's only going to get more complicated as we adjust again, and this gives people time to arrive and settle. So this is our next stage. We'll assess again for the start of September. That's also the point when a number of church activities and midweek groups will look to restart. And I want to say thank you to you too for all you've done in getting us this far. There's been so much care and concern for one another, and we've stayed together as a church family. Let's pray that in this next stage we can grow in our confidence about coming to church and about being together as church.